From the son of a bitch himself.
All right, Lance, over to you.
Well, James, I got a big differ with you on one thing. It could have been worse. They could have had her going playing down to Eva Marie.
But the thing is that if they put in Eva Marie without even having her face AJ, it would have been a fucking joke.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Will, your thoughts?
Where is the nearest barf bag? Does anyone have a barf bag somewhere? Yeah. I halfway agree with James and I halfway agree with Andy. The halfway with agree Andy part was, okay, well, the fact it was a somewhat physical match, but I lean more towards James on this one because they're making AJ look weak. Why? For what reason? Unknown. Will she drop the belt? Hopefully soon. But overall, this was just basic all fuckery, in my opinion.
You know what I'm thinking? I hate to say this. I feel like they're punishing AJ for CM Punk walking out.
I don't think that's the case. I think right now it's because of what's it getting injured? Naomi, thank you, being injured. They kind of had no choice, so they kind of had to go with Cameron.
And
because
in fact,
I really did like Naomi. I really thought that she is a really skilled wrestler. And let's face it, Cameron has not really had a lot of ring time as a singles competitor. She's only been mostly a tag team, and she's usually kind of sitting on the apron. So, but
also remember, Total Diva's coming back soon. So they're hyping up Total Diva, so why not give it to a Total Diva?
I don't think they're going to give it to her. I think that was just kind of like this is just something, a match is just to kind of hold off until Naomi comes back.
James, remember one thing. Punk has not left. He's just on sabbatical.
Thank you for reminding me that.
Yeah.
But still.
Well, let's move on. We are now, of course, we're Alberto Del Rio versus Batista, or as the fans was calling him, Bootista, which I really liked a lot.
Bootista.
Yeah.
Okay, Rick, let me go first. I've been wanting to nail bite this one.
Okay.
Just get this out the way. You know what, fans? And I'm going to use a little page out of Rick's book. If you did not see this coming, shame on you. And I'm going to take a page from my book. If you didn't think the Bautista chants were that interesting, why don't you wait till Mania? You're going to hear a whole lot of them. This match was instant fuckery from the start. I mean, with Del Rio's contract expiring somewhat soon, this was a given. I mean, really? Come on now. I mean, we're not born out of a fucking farmhouse or nothing. 2 for the rating, and, I mean, come on now. I could have took a lap around my house and came back and knew Batista was going to win. So, yeah, there it is.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you there on all accounts. Andy, your thoughts about this match at all? Anything?
Yeah, the only way that you could really believe that Batista was going to lose this match is if you had intercourse with your mum. If you're one of them people out there that lives in your little trailer and you have intercourse with your mum, you might have believed that Batista was going to lose this match. But apart from that, unless you're married to your sister or you find your cousin attractive, it's pretty obvious who was going to win that match.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. This match was just a joke. James.
Predictability at its finest, you know. Had to give it it was kind of interesting that Del Rio did do the fake injury and beat up Batista, which was interesting, but overall, I'll give it a 2 out of 5.
No.
And that'd be nice, too.
Yeah, very nice. Alright, finally, Lance, over to you.
I don't give a fuck.
Enough said. And finally, we come to the Elimination Chamber, which it started off interesting. We started off with Sheamus and Cesaro coming off fighting. Then Daniel Bryan comes out, followed by Christian. Cena comes out of the pot, and then followed by Orton. So basically, everybody comes out. Nobody gets eliminated. So first person gets eliminated. Sheamus gets eliminated by Christian. Christian then gets eliminated by Daniel Bryan with the running knees. Cesaro taps out to Cena's STF. Then, of course, this is where things start going downhill real fucking fast. Or predictable, should I say. Lights go out, and who comes in? The Wyatts. The Wyatts are in the chamber. A locked chamber, mind you guys. So, we know right now that this is like the authority, saying go on in and fuck things up.
I can't wait until they appear on David fucking Copperfield.
Yeah, pretty much.
Turn the lights out, they appear in the Lion's Cage. Ta-da!
So, the Wyatts come out and pretty much take out Cena and Bryan. Orton pins Cena, and of course now Cena's gone. Now, Kane is in the ring to check on Cena. Yeah, he's just checking on Cena. Has nothing else to do with Bryan, but of course, Bryan's not taking any chances, and he attacks Kane, taking him out. Then, of course, with the help of Kane, he gets, Orton hits, hits Bryan with not one, but two RKOs, gets the win. Wow. Anybody here shocked? Because I'm not. Andy?
No, not shocked at all. It was again a blatantly obvious call from the WWE. There was a time you used to watch pay-per-views and hadn't got a clue who's going to win, but now you just know every single time who's going to win what match. You've only got to see the person they're fighting against. It's the same scenario when they say Randy Orton is not fighting for his title tonight. That's a cue that he's going to lose.
Unless he's fighting Christian.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and it's just, the fact that, all the time, for the past couple of weeks, it was Orton, and they brought in Batista, and, he was like, keep on saying, I don't want to fight Batista in this whole Evolution thing. He was always the weakest link of Evolution. You kind of knew where they were going in that whole situation. So, it was like, okay. And then, of course, they had Bryan fighting with Kane, so you knew that Kane was going to be a part of the situation. He was going to be somehow involved. It was like, is any of this shocking to anybody?
No.
If anybody can oh my God, Kane's in there. It was like, oh my God, really? Hold on. It's just unbelievable. It's just, So Lance, your thoughts?
The start was good, but the rest was
fucking bullshit.
Exactly. Yeah. James, your thoughts?
Rick, didn't I tell you in the Moment prediction show that the Wyatt was going to interfere and cost Cena the chamber?
Well, I think that's what they're trying to do, and I think that's where they're setting up, obviously, a WrestleMania match. So, whether we're going to see...
And you shut down my idea. What do you say now?
Hey, when I'm wrong, I say I'm wrong, so I guess I'm wrong.
Yeah,
so,
they're going to set up a match for Wyatt. Oh, I'm sorry, Rick. But they're going to set up Cena, Bray Wyatt at Mania.
No. So, and finally, Will, over to you.
Que chingadera compientemente la chinga. Oh, I'm sorry. For those who don't know.
Yeah.
Basically, this match I already knew was going to go circling around like a pile of shit and back around. We already knew who was going to win. And James did say it In the Moment that the Wyatts were going to come in. I didn't expect Daniel Bryan to help out Cena for that little bit of time, but they threw him in the corner, but they concentrated on Cena in the other corner. So look for Cena Wyatt to be an intriguing match going towards Mania. The Chamber match, I'll give it a solid 3, but the predictability with them coming out, Kane doing what he did, come on, guys. This ain't rocket science.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And I think this overall pay-per-view, it was just very, very predictable. It was kind of junk. It was junk. There was nothing really, with the exception, I think, of the Wyatt. I think we can all agree, with the exception of the Wyatts and the Shield match, there was nothing really good about this pay-per-view at all, guys.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And it's like, Andy said it, these pay-per-views are really starting to go downhill. And I think that's why the WWE is coming out with this network, because they know that nobody's buying them because they're not worth $60. I don't even think they're worth $10. I don't even want to go watch WrestleMania because it's just not even worth it, guys. So, you know what? I think that's time we want to know your picks, your thoughts. What do you guys want to know? Andy, where can we find you at?
Yeah, www.stokehaunted.com, and if this is like the poster version of what's going to be happening on their network, then I think most people are going to be watching old videos whilst Raw's going on.
I'm at www.uvlog.com/thehood on uVlog, where you can also catch my tag team partner James over there too. We do sports debates, video game runs, game show runs, and we'll be talking a lot of shit about Raw. So pay attention for that.
I'm just gonna say, before we continue on, as a fan of the WWE and going to WrestleMania, how do I feel as going to WrestleMania? But anyway, because to continue.
And I guess, Lance, where can they find you at?
YouTube.com/LanceMossTV. I do album reviews, NASCAR reviews. Definitely gonna be reviewing this race. Redneck Gourmet Cook videos. A little bit of wrestling stuff and whatever else pops to my head.
Alright, and of course, our good friend who's not here, you can also see him. That's Mr. Joseph Knight at ClassicWrestlingAssociation.com. He's owner of CWA. And with that, for Rick, James, Lance, Andy, and me, the Will, this is us saying we'll see you when we see you. And this Wednesday, we're going to have ourselves a little segment called You Poor Bastard. You're probably wondering, what?
Hey, wait a minute, that's gimmicking for
Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's called HWR Troll of the Week. Yes, Miss fans, we get people trolling our accounts, talking about how bad we diss people like Vince and many of the talents. But this Wednesday, I'm going to be calling out one of our HWR trolls. Yes, that's right. So you may want to stay tuned for that one. So for everybody here, we'll see you when we see you. And yes, HWR, Shooting the Shit has been brought to you today by the letters F and U and by the number 3. Put that together, you can
Thank you for listening to this edition of In the Moment. Be sure to follow us over at our YouTube page at youtube.com/HWR Show and over at our Facebook page at facebook.com/Hardcore Wrestling Radio. Until the next time, this is the Shining Star Rick Star saying we'll see you when we see you.